This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Good morning, everybody.
Good
good morning,
morning.
sir.
Good morning,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes,
Good
sir.
morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
I, ah, just a bit. IT in charge Vinayak Inchal sir is speaking. Just a bit.
Raman sir.
Vinayak sir.
Good morning, sir.
Vinayak sir ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
Sir, share ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ click ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ icon
Good
ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ share
morning, sir.
ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Good morning, sir. ಎಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ?
Share ಮಾಡಿದೇನ್ರಿ. Hello.
Share ಮಾಡ್ರಿ sir. sir ಕೆಲ್ಸದೈತ್ರಿ?
ಕೇಳ್ಸತ್ತೆ sir. ಕೇಳ್ಸತ್ತೆ
Okay,
sir.
okay. ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ sir. Okay. Please share ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ?
ನೋಡ್ರಿ.
Recording ಇಡ್ಬೇಕು. sir. ಬರ್ರಿ ನೋಡಿ sir. ಅದೇ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಚಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ.
Hello. Hello. Vinayak. I request all students to unmute. Yes, can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
All should mute your put a mute all your voice, mute it. 85 students have joined right now. Now I'll begin my class. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now
sir.
today, as per the online classes, first I'll brief that from Rachana Sharira what all we are doing the classes. Every Monday and Tuesday, I'll be dealing in terms of Kala Sharira, and Wednesday and Thursday will be dealt by Desai sir regarding the Marma concept. Friday and Saturday will be dealt by Anju madam regarding the Sroto Sharira, Damani Sharira and the remaining topics. So we have divided the topics as per this, and now today I'll be starting with Kala Sharira and many Ayurvedic points what we have that will be dealt. Now first we will start with the Ayurvedic in the online classes we have totally taken the concept of all the Ayurvedic concepts. As per that, very important concept in Rachana Sharira, where the Kala Sharira has been explained. Now I am going to explain and I will share my PowerPoint, and as per that I will be taking the classes. Now the concept of Kala. In this my talk today we have the talk following contents. references, introduction, etymology and definitions of Kala, structure of Kala, that is Swarupa, types of Kala, development of Kala, functions of Kala, historical perspective of Kala, and the conclusion. Overall, I will be covering all this. This Kala concept I have divided into 3 sessions. So in the beginning, what I will be dealing is today I will be dealing with the definition of the Kala and all the references, etymology, structure, types of Kala, development of Kala, function of Kala, and one by one Kala I will be explaining tomorrow class 4 to 5. I have a class tomorrow 4 to 5. Today we will start the class of Kala Sharira, and in our Ayurveda we get the references of Kala, where it is a unique concept explained by Acharya Sushruta in Sushruta Samhita, Sharirasthana, in a Garbha Vyakarana chapter, and we also get the references of Kala Sharira in Ashtanga Hridaya, Sharirasthana, in Anga Vibhaga Shariram chapter, as well as Ashtanga Sangra and Sharakara Samhita. And references are also found Sushruta Samhita Kalpasthana, where Sarpa Damsha Vidyanam, that is Kalpa Vakya chapter during the treatment Chikitsa of snake bite. I repeat, please concentrate all the student. The references what I have given in that, the last references, please remember it at the end of the Kala Sharira, because that will tell us the importance of Kala Sharira in Ayurveda. In the other way to say that it is the applied anatomy of Kala Sharira. Please remember the last reference. Now, in introduction of Kala Sharira, the component of body, in short, we have the Kalas, that is Ashaya, Dhatu, Dhatu Mula, Upadhatu, Tvacha, Doshas, Nayu, Sandhi, Asti, etc. Kala is a unique concept explained by Sushruta in Sharirasthana of Sushruta Samhita, and he has explained the 7 types of Kala along with it in a short, but in a significant definitions have been given. Remember, in Rachana Sharira, many Ayurvedic concepts have been given. In that, Kala Sharira is very important point to be dealt in the basics of first year, because to understand the applied aspect of Kala Sharira in terms of that is a structural deformity and functional deformity of the considering the diseases. The word Kala has been used in many sense in Vedic and other ancient literature. Kala Sharira is an important point of Ayurveda anatomy, and Kala was the first time described by Sushruta, and Kala is here between Dhatu and its Ashaya. Vagabhata has been added. Vagabhata has been added embryological development, that is the important physical and component of the body. Remember, don't be in a hurry to correlate what is Kala in modern science. Only because try to understand the Ayurvedic concept in an Ayurvedic way, and the Ayurvedic points what in terms of explanation of Kala at different contexts, the meaning has to be taken in different way. What will happen is, whenever we deal with Ayurvedic concept, our students are very hurried to correlate with the modern science and to remember the Ayurvedic concept in modern terminology. Please, till my class ends, don't have anything like to concept correlate to the modern class. At the conclusion, what has to be correlated, I'll be giving that at the end, and then how it has to be applied to the other types of Kalas we can. Etymology or the derivation in Sir M.M. Williams, Kala means a small part of anything, any single part or the portion of whole, 1/64th part of moon, art according to Amarakosha. Then it is in terms of dik or direction, or in other meaning of Kala is Niroga. Just have an idea, glance that what all the Kala meanings are there, and I'll tell you what meaning has to be taken. And the word Kala has other meanings, like we have in terms of coverings and Samaya, that is a Samaya Vibhaga, Vividha Ghataka of Sharira, and that is a Guna. These are the broad meanings of Kala Sharira. The word Kala, definition of Kala says that the limitations or covering between Dhatu and Asha is Kala. The limitation of kala, the limitation of the covering between dhatu and ashaya is called as a kala. In the absence of advanced modern technology, acharyas have explained about kalas by their divine power of observations and the knowledge and the logic. The main functions of kala is holding, that is the dharana of the fundamental constitutions, and dhatu, and not to make some of and not to make in some of the dhatus. In the etymology of kala, the word kala has been used in various meanings in Sanskrit, Vedic and Ayurvedic literature. Example, art, skill, then ingenuity and a small part of anything, division of time, interest on a capital, etc. And remember, very important point, all the meanings of kala, what they are given here, these references as per Monier Williams are out of scope of the present topic related to anatomy. So they are not discussed here. The etymology of kala in relation to Sharira is not, but at the broad meaning, this all meaning is there. Now, if you go in relation to the definitions of kala, the definition goes as per Sushruta Sharira, 4th chapter, 4th section, kala kalvavepi sapta sambhavati datva maryada. Very important quotation regarding kala, and where you can understand in this the types of kala and the definition of kala. So in this, the kala kalvapi sapta means there are 7 kala are there. Dhatvashaya antara maryada. Remember, Dhatvashaya antara maryada means as per Sushruta, Dhatvashaya maryada means limitation on the or the boundary between these two, that is dhatu and asha. There are 2 words. So to understand kala, kala is nothing but it is dhatvashaya antara maryada. Now the dhatvashaya antara maryada limitation, what the question arises. In this, the question arises, dhatvashaya antara maryada is nothing but the 2 structure, that is one in terms of dhatu, the other one in terms of kala. Dhatu and ashaya. In between dhatu and ashaya, the limiting or the boundary is called as what is called as kala. This is the definition you should remember, and we get of kala sharira in Sushruta Sharira 4th chapter 4th quotation. Now I'll go in deep in relation to the word meaning of Dhatvashayantara Maryada. The derivation of the word kala, that is Dashvantara Maryada, which again has 3 meaning. What is that? A layer of separation between dhatu and ashaya, dhatu maryada and ashaya maryada, that is the extent of dhatu or ashaya, or it is a layer which separates dhatu, that is dhatvantara, and defines the limit of ashaya or ashaya maryada. Now this the limitation or in terms of having the barrier in between the 2 things, that is dhatu and ashaya, that is called as kala. Already you know that what is dhatu, that is dhatu is nothing but that the dharana dhatava, that we can understand. I know that you get a difficulty in understanding the new word, that is ashaya. I'll also explain what is ashaya. In between the dhatu and ashaya, the concept is kala. Now I'll come to the word of, that is what we have, ashaya. Now we'll see the word meaning of ashaya. You know the meaning of dhatu, that is dharana dhatava, and the word meaning of ashaya, I'll go that this is the derivation of that, the word ashaya. Just remember, Dallana, the Tikakar of Sushruta Samhita. Ashaya is nothing but avastha pradesha. I'll repeat. According to Dallana, the commentator of Sushruta Samhita, ashaya as avasthana pradesha. Further, we have other meanings for the word ashaya like adhisthana, that is adhishyati, or the other meaning is word is adhara. If you take the meaning of ashaya, this all places in the body are predominantly of akasha mahabhuta. Where all akashmita in Ashtanga Sangra Sharirasthana 5 by 6, tatra akasha jnanani shrotam shabdah sarva shrotamsi vivaktata cha. The avakashat akasha, or in other way, akasha, the presence of akasha, that also goes in terms of the definitions of ashaya. And in the other meaning, what Dallana says that ashaya as avastha pradesha, like ashaya, and adhisthana, the other meaning of ashaya is adhisthana or adhara. Then now we will go to the development of Kala. How the Kala is, we get a reference in Hindu, that is Nam Raktadi Mashaya Yani Srotasam Tesham. That is, this will tell you about the development of Kala, telling that where we have the word meaning of Kleda, that is a Svena Svena Dhatu Ushmanam. With the help of Dhatu Ushma, with this Kleda which is present between Ashaya, that will help in the formation of Kala. That is, this is an important reference from Hindu commentary. Genesis of Kala is mentioned from Kleda residing between Dhatu and Ashaya. After process of Dhatu Ushma, this is a Dhatu Ushma. This verses has not only an embryological significance, but also it is a significant in contrast with Nidana and Chekista. So how the formation of or the development of Kala takes place is, it is a Kleda which is present between Dhatu and Ashaya that will convert this Kleda with the help of Dhatu Ushma. The formation of Kala takes place. This is at the embryological level, Garbha Sharira, the formation of Kala. But this Kala, once it is formed at Garbha, it is taken till to the end. So this now the structure of Kala or the Swarupa, we will see the Kala or the Swarupa. That is, in this we have three things you should remember. That is Snayubhishya Pratischinnana Santanascha Jarayunam Shleshmanam Ve Pratishthanapi Kala Bhagastu Tanu Viduhu, where we get the reference in Sushruta Charira 4th chapter 6th and 7th quotation. As per Vidu Acharya, the Kalas are covered by Snayu and are spread as a membranous structures like amniotic membrane and smeared with Smeshma or the mucus, where we have the concept of the structure of Kala. I'll repeat, that is structure of Kala Swarupa as Vidu, the Kala is covered by Snayu and they are spread as a membranous structures like amniotic. This is only a comparison I am giving. At the end we will see how the Kala structure which is explained in Ayurveda, we will come to know it. As of the wood, now this concept, what they have given in understanding this Kala, Acharyas have given one simile, that is the Drushtanta, where as the wood will show the different layers as a part of the internal structures as layer by layer, and thin layer separates the different layers of structures. Similarly, the membrane appears by the cross section of the fleshy part of the body or any muscular regions or any internal parts of the organs. In that condition, they have given how the different Kalas are present in the body. In the beginning quotation, that is a Kala Kalvavapi Sapta Bhavati Dhatwashe Antara Maryada. In that they have said there are 7 Kalas. These 7 Kalas, they are present in the body with giving a simile of wood. As we have seen the animal rings which are present the wood, which tells about the age of a tree. In the same way, this, that is a Kala, is also a limiting membrane or the covering between the ashyas. They have compared to that is a wood. Now this that they have given in the Sushruta Charira Sthana, Yatahi Sara Kasteshu Chiddamaneshu Drushate. I'll repeat. Yatahi Sara Kasteshu Chiddamaneshu Drushate Tata Api Dhatur Maseshu Chiddamaneshu Drushate. That means, just as in the heartwood of the tree or the pith is seen, which is the stem of tree, similarly the dhatus such as mamsa are cut, Kalas becomes visible. This is very important quotation to understand how the 7 types of Kalas are present in the body, and Kalas are related to first only last quotation. In this quotation you have come across 3 things, that is, what is that? Jarayunam, Shleshmana, and the other 3 things we can find it, that is Snayu Pratisthana, Jarayu and Shleshma Visishta, which are compared with the modern, we can remember here, fibrous, serous, or the mucus or the kapha, where you can remember. So this they have given a comparison that Kala Kalvavapi, that is Dhatwashyam Antara Maryada, and in this quotation the structure of Kala or the Swarupa, they have given Kasteshu is nothing but the heartwood or the pith, where Chiddamaneshu Drushate. Once you cut take an incision on a tree, so there we get the animal rings. This they have compared with a different compared in terms of Snayu, Jarayu at different Shleshma. Remember, Kala means should be taken at different coordinate with a different meaning, mainly Snayu Pratishtana, Jarayu Santana, Shleshma Visishta. These three meanings you can take it. This you can easily understand why I am showing this, where you can understand this is a cut of a tree with the annual rings which are present like this. Now our Acharya Shushruta has given beautiful explanation with the analogy telling that Kala are present one above the other like a annual, like Saptakala they are given. I'll deal the Saptakala one by one. Just understand that are the limiting membrane. They are present one like they are one ring above the others. Our Acharya has given the beautiful explanation to this as this. To understand it, he has given a Yatahi Sarakasteshu Chiddamaneshu, meaning to card the word, all the three structures there, these colors have been present there. Now, Kala in Shaka and Kala in Kosta is different. Snayu example signifies the structural support. Jarayu example signifies the barrier of the selective permeability. That is Upasneha, Upasveda, where you come across when you are in a class. We have already dealt in the Garbha Sharira. We have come across Upasneha, Upasveda, or the portion of Garbha Sharira. There you have come across the Jara. You can take in that sense. Shleshma not only lubrication but also prasadana. This remember, please remember the word Kala in Shaka and Kala in Kosta is different. I have the Acharya Shushruta has given three important structures: Pratishtana, then Jarayu and Shleshma. Snayu example signifies the structural support. Jarayu example signifies a barrier selective permeability, that is Upasneha, Upasvedana, or the portion of Garbha. Shleshma is not only a lubrication of Prasadana. And Kala not only is a barrier, but it is an interference. Just remember this broad idea of Kala. Don't restrict your mind that always Kala means it's a membrane. Please, my dear students, understand in a proper way that it is no doubt it is a limiting membrane, but the word Kala meaning at different contextual level has to be taken. If you go only towards the only selective barrier, only the membrane, then concept of Kala goes in understanding the that is at the level of that is a nidana, or in terms of patho or physiological understand, you may get difficulty. During life, when dhatu formation is in the process from bija or shukra shonita, during this time the clay that is this clay is formed by dhatu rasa shesha remains between dhatu and asha, which is in very less quantity, and it is termed as Kala, or in other words, Kala is formed from Kleda. Kala is formed from Kleda. And one more thing I forgot to explain that, to tell important point is, soon after our all the classes, we are sharing this PPT, the PowerPoint, that the study material in your Google Classroom. So the students who have not understood the concept again revise through this PPT, where it will be in your 2019 official group as per the higher official orders. We are all the teachers will be adding it as a coordinator. Please see that students who are unable to understand the concept, so after all your class at the evening hours, again you can open this study material and we can understand it. Now I'll go to the histological perspective of Kala Sharira, where I said that in the beginning, first you have to understand this word meaning the Kala, that is it Jarayu, that is Snayu, Jarayu and Shleshma. If you go in terms of this meaning as per Sushruta, and if you come to the concept of Kala in terms of modern times, where it goes in terms of histologically, where the collagen type of protein, where we have histologically we have in the classes like fascia, cartilage, ligaments, tendon and bone, elastic and soft keratin is there. So at the histologically is a where you can go in terms of the collagen supplements. Now the function of Kala, the function of Kala, remember there are Sapta Kalas. I'll deal next class all the Kalas one by one. So in this class I'll be dealing with the only the types. So to understand before the types, understand Kalas have been assigned on the basis of function: formation, protection, absorption, transformation, secretion, and in terms of what we have the selection, what we have the functions of Kala. Now we'll come to the that is a, I said, the types of kala. In the types of kala, remember this kalas, as per this Acharya Sushruta has explained, this 7 kalas where it has been given as first Mamsadhara, Raktadhara, Medodhara, Shleshmadhara, Purushadhara, Pittadhara and Shukradhara. Totally 7 kalas are there. So remember, the chronological presentation of kalas should be written and it should be explained in the chronological order only. We cannot change the chronological order because Acharya Sushruta has given the kalas one by one with a significant meaning. And this 7 kalas starting with Mamsadhara kala, ending with Shukradhara kala, they are one by one because each kalas have their own significance. And as per that, first kala what we have, that is Sapta kala, they have given first is a Mamsadhara kala. This Mamsadhara, first I'll repeat with that. First one is, the first kala is Mamsadhara kala, Raktadhara kala, Medodhara kala, Shleshmadhara kala, Purushadhara kala, Pittadhara. Make it, I'm explaining, sorry, I think there is a difference here. It should be Pittadhara kala, Shukradhara kala. So all these 7 kalas should be in a chronological order. Don't write Shukradhara kala first and Mamsadhara kala first, because there is a link between Mamsadhara kala to Raktadhara and other kalas. Just for a student's mnemonics, student friendly, to remember that, you know that there is a concept of marma. Tomorrow's like Wednesday sir will deal with marma. Just remember the word marma. The 3 chronological order like Mamsadhara, Raktadhara and Medodhara, we can find it. Next, remember Superintendent of Police and make it reverse. Then we get PS, that is that is Shleshmadhara, Purushadhara, Pittadhara and Shukradhara. Just to put in to remember in a chronological order, this small mnemonics will help you to remember the types of kalas. I'll repeat. All the 7 kalas have been told, they have their significance. Don't change the order. First, it starts with the Mamsadhara kala, because while dealing with Twacha Sharira, again we have, that is a Sapta, that is a Twacha. In that first, in the Sapta Twachas, the types of Sapta Twacha and Mamsadhara kala, there is a link. While dealing with Twacha Sharira, again we'll come across Mamsadhara Twacha and Mamsadhara kala, there will keep understanding it. So now remember, all these 7 kalas have been explained with the Sushruta concept of all the kalas. In this slide, just have an idea that all Mamsadhara, Raktadhara, Medodhara, Shleshmadhara, Purushadhara, Pittadhara, Shukradhara, all 7 kalas. This is what we have Vagabhatta classification, and this is Sharanga. I will not go in detail because first here, in terms of Rachana Sharira Sushruta Shrestha, the Sharira Sushruta Shrestha. So please remember all the 7 kalas as per Sushruta, but one should understand the concept of kala is, the Vagabhatta is also given, at the embryological he has given, and Sharangadhara is also explained, but different names they have given it. The PPT is shared, please go through that and please see. But remember, this 7 kalas, that is starting from Mamsadhara and Shukradhara kala, will be there. In the tomorrow I will be explaining these 3 kalas separately. So today I will be giving only the classifications and then I will be dealing with that. Now after understanding the structural, the 7 kalas, the why we have to understand kala, because once a student is asked to study kala, he may get the board to understand kala. Remember, you want to understand the Ayurvedic pathology or the physiology, please remember kala pathology to understand, because structural deformity, inflammation and lesions in membranes and meningitis, functionally accumulation of disorders like ascites, alter permanently inflammation can come across. Now to understand structural and functional deformities, one to understand the kala sharira in a proper way. Now there the classification kala pathology. Now you have come across in terms of sharira, kriya sharira, where that is a roga margas. The roga margas are, we have ati pravritti, shira, granthi, vimana. I think this we can prove that, like internal lining and the external layer and the internal limiting, because why I am giving this at the beginning only, because if I go on explaining all the 7 kalas and giving their at the beginning, you may not understand that why we are giving the concept of why we have to understand the different features of all the 7 colors, because at the end of the understanding the normal, the structural, that is a rachanatmaka understanding of kala, you have to apply that knowledge in terms of this. That is like ati, that is a what we have roga margas. One is ati pravrutti, then we have in terms of that sangha, then sira namagranthi, then vimarga gamana. These 3 structures what they are given. Remember the sangha vibandha, that is swelling leading to megal is like function, internal lining, external layer like sira namagranthi. If any external injury takes place, the obstruction or swelling takes place, and the functional structural hampered will be that sira granthi. It has been in terms of kala pathology. And vimarga gamana, that is internal lining and the external lining, displaced body fluids. Vimarga, it changes the directions. Vimarga gamana, where we have the functional and structural deformity takes place. So remember, we have to understand 7 colors. In understanding this 7 colors important, because you have to apply that normal, the understanding of that normal understanding of kala sharira in terms of kala pathology, in terms structurally and functionally. And this structural and functional understanding, that you should understand this kalas in terms of beginning from Mamsadhara to Shukradhara kala. And because at different like Mamsadhara kala, at Raktadhara kala, at Shakas and Koshtagata, this there are different what we have pathophysiological disorders we can see in terms of kala hamper. Remember, we get the references of kala mainly in terms of Kalpasthana. So before concluding the session, one important point to be shared here is, I'll go to first slide, where at the reference level you will be understanding that I use this concept, that is before conclusion of my this talk and giving the summary in understanding this. Remember, kala is a unique concept, and in this what we have the applied anatomy of understanding the kala. Acharya Sushruta has given the reference of kala in terms of Sushruta Samhita Kalpasthana, that is Sarpa Damsha Vishya Vijnana, that is Kalpa Vakya, where he has given about 7 kalas, and he has explained about the importance of kala there. And this will tell us that if any injury to this Sapta kalas, injury to the Sapta kalas, what will happen is, that is this we never get the applied anatomy of kala in Sharirasthana. Remember, to understand why the kala Sharira has to be understand, our Acharya has given the important the applied anatomy of kala in Samhita Kalpasthana. You will come to understand why these kalas have in a chronological order, and if any injury to this kala, and if any injury that he has given an explanation of Visha Vegas. He has given Prathama Vega, Dvitiya Vega, Tritiya Vega, and this Visha Vegas, on that basis understand that whether Visha is present at what kala, is at a Mamsadhara kala, then we have that is a Raktadhara kala, or in terms of what, whether it has crossed to the Shukradhara kala. That to understand it, we have in terms of what the reference of kala, Sushruta Samhita Kalpasthana, that should be understood in a proper way. No doubt we get the references of kala in Sharirasthana. He has explained the definition of kala, Sapta kala, formation of kala, and what we have Utpatti of kala. All these are explained in terms of Garbha Vyakana chapter. Even what we have, that is Vagabhatta in Ashtanga Rudaya and Ashtanga Sangra. Sharanga Sangra, we also get the references like he has also given about the Sapta kalas. But the applied anatomy, or in understanding all these kalas, remember this is very important, that is Sushruta Samhita Kalpasthana Sarpa Damsha Vidyanam Kalpa Vakya chapter. In a Kalpa Vakya chapter, during the treatment or the chikisa of snake bite, Visha chikisa or the snake bite, he has given applied anatomy or the clinical anatomy of this kala is explained in things in Kalpasthana. In Sharirasthana, we get only the structural entity of kala, types of kala, that should be remembered. Now, once we end this session, now remember, I'll repeat at the end of this session, the kala should be taken in terms of, here the Acharya Sushruta itself has given of three things, that is where he has given, that is in terms of three structures, is in terms of Sushruta Sharira 4 chapter, Jarayunam, Shleshmana. Then what we have in terms of, that is a Santata Pratisthana, where this three structure he has given. Please remember, he cannot limit kala means only the membrane or the limiting. Don't say it is a membrane. Just like it is a, if you tell it is a membrane, our definition of kala as Sushruta has given about the three, that is what we have, Jarayu, Shleshma, Pratisthana, Chinna, that what we can, Snayu, Jara, Shleshma, three meaning structure of kala, it should be taken at different, because Sapta kalas, in that all the Sapta kalas have, and tomorrow I'll be dealing with all the Sapta kalas. Remember, if you tell only the limiting membrane, while explaining the Sapta kalas, you may get difficulty that if you take a broad head of membrane, but it should be taken in terms of Snayu, Jarayu and Shleshma. This has been explained in terms of three things, that is Snayu Pratisthana, then Jarayu Santana, and Shleshma Vishishta, fibrous, serous or kapha. And he has explained about the structures as per that. So this kalas, once you know this color, tomorrow I'll be dealing with three kalas, Raktadara, Medodara kalas. Now, at the concluding of this class and with giving the summary, remember, structurally, kala can be correlated with the mucous membrane, fibrous membrane, or the serous membrane. Now, you should remember, I said don't take the word kala as only the limiting barrier. The reason, because he itself has given in terms of three, just now we have seen, that is Jarayu, then we have in terms of, that is mucous membrane, fibrous or the serous, where we have in terms of these three structures should be taken. And Kala Sharira give us the information about the important membranes and the layers of the body, which take part in many important functions of the body. And they also produce and holds the important component of the body like blood, that is what we have Raktadara Kala, Shleshma in terms of, and Purishadara Kala, that is what we have the stool, etc. These three things where you should come across this. Structurally, Kala related with mucous membrane, fibrous membrane. Please see that it cannot be taken only the limiting membrane. The word limiting membrane should be taken between Dhatu and Ashya with three important concepts, explaining at different contexts, at different, the meaning should be taken, and you have to explain, and then it can be put in a proper way. Now, one more point. After understanding the meaning at a broad level of this Kala Sharira, now I'll go in terms of what we have in terms of the summary. So in the summary, where I want to summarize the total, what you have dealt the classes is, first we have seen in terms of references. The references in that you have come across, first references is Sushruta Sharira, 4th chapter, 4th, 6 and 7 we get the, that is Kala Kalvo Api Sapta Bhavanti Atvashaya Antara Maryada. This has been explained in terms of the giving the definition of Kala. Kala Kaloepi Sapta Sambhavanti Atvashaya Antara Maryada. That is one thing you have come across. Then this Kala is formed by, I said, the clay along with Ushna, that is the heat. With that, there is a formation, the limiting membrane that is formed. That is what the Acharya Sushruta has given in terms of Dhatvashaya Antara Maryada. This word is very important because the word Maryada has lot of broad meaning. It is like selective, just like semi. It cannot be taken as it is a China wall, or it cannot be taken as a wall. It is there. It should be taken in terms of the Dhatvasha. Maryada means selective. Selective should be taken, and this limiting membrane can be taken in terms of the Dhatvasha and Antara Maryada. if you take in terms of the word kala, this should be understood with the, this too will tell about the formation of kala. Kala is formed by the clay, by the pachin of Dhatu Agni. This, the barrier between Dhatu and Ashaya. Dhatu, you know that we have Dhatva. So Ashaya means you come across that Avasthana Pradesha, or that is where there is a halo or the emptiness because of Akasha predominance is there. In between Ashaya, and that can be taken. Example I can give it is that we have Amashaya, where it should be taken in terms of stomach, and dhatus are present also there. And in the same way that the membrane can be taken in terms of having, it can be taken in at the histologically we have understood in terms of in all the organs we have dealt, like we have dealt with the GI tract, like stomach, small intestine, large intestine, duodenum, and we have in terms of the different products there you have come across that basically like we have that is a inner outer covering, then we have that is mucus layer, serous layer, all that level, see that our acharyas are given in terms of that is a, it is at the histologically you can tell, you can also boost our acharyas before the invent of the our electronic microscope or any other modern gadgets. We are proud that our acharya has the word meaning of histological things, that is Dhatva Shaya Antara Maryada, means the membrane or the that is a very, the membrane or the, it is a selective membrane between Dhatu and Ashaya should be taken, that is they have explained in terms of that. That's why should be taken at different Ashayas, different colors at different level. So this Pachan of Dhatwagni and clay, there is a formation with that is a Utpatti of Kala takes place, and this is nothing but the limiting membrane or the membranous should be taken in a, and that should be there. And remember, it should be taken Mamsadara Kala, Raktadara Kala, then we have Medodara Kala, that is a protective mechanically that should be taken. And remember, it should be, I mentioned that it should be taken protective with maintained selective permeability, that should be taken. And overall, to understand overall this, like why we had to in the first year of professional BMS, why the basic concept of Sharirasthana is given is, where you should understand that is, you should understand in a proper way of understanding this one is protection. Whenever you want to treat any patients, then our main Ayurvedic approach for disease, approach of treating the diseases, in that what we have, that we should come across in terms of that is a Abhishandahara or Shoshahara or Dhatwagni Dipti or any other structures, what we have come across, that the structural and the functional deformity in terms of giving, in terms of that is a treating the diseases at Roga Marga, that is a Ati Pravritti. Then we have that is a three things that Roga Marga, in that you will be able to understand. So with this broad idea of Kala Sharira, I'll be ending this chapter with a brief things. One more thing I want before ending the classes, where remember we are studying all this Kala Sharira mainly in understanding the Kala, that is a to treat the diseases at different level. One has to understand the basic meaning of Kala, types of Kala, the Utpatti of Kala, then why our acharyas have told Kala and why they have given in chronological order with what we have in terms of the Sapta Kala he has explained. And this Kalas, remember, at different level they have. This is last point in the summary point I was telling you, that Chikisa, that is at what level the treatment has to be given, whether at Ati Pravritti or Sira Namana Granthi or Vimarga Gamana, this Kala will be helping to help there. And this also helps in terms of structural and functional deformity can be done. So this, with this basic idea of understanding it, so as this is today's the first class for you, I hope 3 will help you to get the knowledge in this COVID-19 lockdown classes, where you will be enjoying all the delicious food of the mother and homely atmosphere, and you are lucky to get all the basic criteria of understanding this structures in terms of the basic understanding of Kala Sharira. And from the point of Rachna Sharira, before concluding session, where you should remember, I have selected this Kala chapter because tomorrow, day after tomorrow, concept is dealt, and next, that is they are dealing with that is Srotas and also Sira Damani, the Ayurvedic concept are dealt, and to help that we have put this Kala Sharira first, and as per the scheduled of online classes, where remember first 2 days will be dealing there, and the second 2 days will be dealt by Desai sir, and the third will be dealt by Anju madam. Why I am giving? Because this, please remember, and my third class will come on Saturday. Whatever the concept we are dealing, please remember and don't confuse with. At a time, we are dealing with 3 concepts at the beginning, because simultaneously we will be understanding Kala and the application of Kala, anything in relation to Marma, and the in relation to what we have in understanding in relation to Sira, Damani, Srotas. That is the reason we have dealt. So there is between me and the Desai sir and Anju madam, where 3 concepts are dealt separately. I want to stress again that the continuation of classes as per the unitized syllabus, what we are dealing, because what we are dealing, that will help you to get the concept in a easier way. Simultaneously, 3 application of this knowledge in terms of Marma Sharira and in terms of Sira, Damani, Srotas, and also the other thing like we have the Tvacha Sharira, and we are having the concept in understanding, that is what we have understand in terms of all the Ayurvedic, the remaining Ayurvedic concept we are about to deal is that we are having Paribhasha Sharira, then Pramana Sharira, then we have Sira, Damani, Srota Sharira, Peshi Sharira, Evam Ashaya Sharira, Kalash, that is what I am dealing today, the Kala Sharira, and Uttamanga Sharira, Marma and Indra Sharira. All these points, there is a link between the classes. So as per that, see it. So one more point to be given to related to your concept is that soon after this class, where the other topics, because our class come tomorrow only, the remaining other the classes will be started. Please see that soon after my class, the PPT will be given at like 11 o'clock. Please download and make a folder and keep all the study material according to the subject wise properly. And I heard many students are unable to access online classes. For that, we are sharing this study material, because the students are able to get get the online classes. Please refer the study materials which will be posted in all the teachers in terms of PPT or PDF or Google form. In the form you'll be adding it, or any doubts or the clarification, you can drop the doubt to the in terms of the WhatsApp separately to me, so that I can answer it and we can give the conclusions. In spite also difficulty in getting that, once after the lockdown, once you come to the class, again I'll repeat this again, we are doing the revision of all the Ayurvedic concept, provide you should know. Again classes will be taken only the of the doubts
Good morning.
you have. Good morning sir.
Sir,
Hello,
videos
sir.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಂತಲ್ರಿ.
ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಂತ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
I request, as per the order of Vice Principal Dr. Savnoor sir, please off your video. Please off, because sir will tell the importance of this class. I request Vice Principal Savnoor sir to speak.
See, everyone switch off your videos and always mute your microphone so that you will hear easily to the lectures. I am seeing one of the girl who is online now. She is not putting off video. I don't know her name.
Sir, I am getting her name also, sir. Here, I'll report you after this class.
Okay, she has put off now. Okay, sir, carry on.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, remember, sir, why Vice Principal Savnoor sir has interpreted, because many students they will on the this is a time to share as a coordinator. I have to give some instructions. Remember, as this is a beginning classes, many students they will keep on the online class. They may move here and there because, as you know, that we are adding the study material. Please remember, don't do that. You will be accessed online and we get the names here, one thing. And because of the constant effort of our principal and vice principal and all the coordinators and all the teachers of first year, with them we have come across this online class because we got the in the beginning only that we need online classes. But in the beginning, we did not give you online class because our main motto was to fight for the COVID-19, because first life, then afterwards our what we have the curriculum and what our profession will come. So that's why the reason why we took this much of time, because in the beginning hours you should acquaint with the study material, the same study material whatever we are given it, please acquaint with that. And from today onwards again we are adding all the study material. And the third important thing is, please don't record and share with other people. Keep it with you. After the anything, if you it feels, and then you can share there. And third thing is that never ask any other person to enter in the online classes. And this will be monitored by principal and vice principal, sir, strictly. So see that students coming online, keeping the online mode open, and then moving here and there, and on the other side taking your cell phone and opening the online other things, seeing the other videos and other things, chatting with your parents or with your friends or moving outside, is totally contraindicated. And everything we are getting recorded online. Please see that sense. It is all done only because of your request. As per that, we have done this one thing. Second thing, I want to inform that all teachers, they have taken very much struggle to explain the different structures behind. There is all difficulties. I know that at this level, very difficult that all students, they are not in a comfort. All students, like one students may have the things in terms of having the difficulty in understanding the things, where remember what I want to tell here is that please see that never have that is in giving that is a lame excuse that I was doing this and that. I think you can see that is where you can come across the concept given to you. And please see that any doubt you have, anyone, they can, two of them can on their this audio, and any difficulties you can share, or afterwards after the class also we can share the doubts by calling me as a coordinator. And as per that, I'll be taking the different things and I'll be explaining the concept to you, and will be able to understand, and that will be helping us to explain the concept in a proper way by other classes, in the other classes. As it was a beginning classes, I feel that it is very difficult some of them to go through the concept. So any difficulties you are getting here, where I can find that difficulties you are finding, please see that I will be helping you to explain the concept in a proper way. And the other part, all online attendance is necessary, and your attendance will be counted only in this in this COVID-19 lockdown. So your attendance will be only on your online classes. Please see that all students be there. It is not the attendance importance. Other way, we have used all the technology in a proper way to help you to understand the basic concept of Ayurveda. Okay, and many students, anything like have any other difficulties, please don't hesitate to call me at any time and share that what difficulties have that, so that I can convey your difficulties to vice principal. As it's a beginning classes, any technical deformity, our Vinayak Kinchal sir, where he is working at 24/7 to give all the concept for the first year, second and third year. Okay, with this, in my class, I thank all the students. In spite of you that many had the dinner breakfast and many are not had the bath also, they are very much eager or enthusiastic to have the first class online classes, because many a times I think one more point I wanted to add is already your friends have shared, that is, please update your data pack also now only, today only, because classes goes 4 hours and we have given the timetable also for the first year. This will go according to the timetable. Please, any other commitment of the house excluding this, please commit that ways. I request all the parents will also help all your wards to come to the online classes 10 minutes before. Today, like again we have like 12 o'clock is there, 10 minutes prior to that, please come and sit and be online, so that will be helping you to help us. Please that if you are using the laptop or the other thing, it should be charged. And many times many students are that there is a network problem also. I have notified it, but that study material will be sent to you. With that study material we can take that. Any other things already we have shared, the assessor shared, Rachna Sharira one mobile application for understanding that. Please go through the in that also, that subject matter, and that will be helping you to understand in a proper way. So as it was a first class, I pray once again, I pray Lord Dhanvantari that you should get all the energy to get the knowledge of this concept of Ayurveda of all the classes, and that will be there. And remaining the classes conducted by the teachers. Now after this we don't have the other classes will be there. Please see that maintain the discipline, quorum, and any other thing like you are getting there, please share me. With this, I'll be ending the classes. I request once again, any after this class, 1 hour we have a gap. Please have the morning break fully and with a pleasant mind, then you can go to the other classes. With this, I'll conclude my session. I thank all the students once again and technical support, and I thank principal and vice principal. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you,
can
sir.
on your
Thank you, sir.
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 thank you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you. Some of the students have on and gone to outside to bring the vegetables, and this can understand that. Please see that tomorrow onwards should be in online.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Next, sir.
Next class is
Hello.